doing? We'll have to get your mic unmiked so we can hear you. There you go. All right.
Can,
How you doing?
can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you now. All right. I'm glad we're working all this crap out now. It seems to be working on my end now.
Oh my God, dude! And now my camera looks weird.
Just a bunch of old fuckers trying to figure out how to podcast, right? Ah, Jesus. And I don't know if we'll ever get Edward on. I don't get it because I've podcasted with him before. I have no idea why. It doesn't make any sense. But whatever. Here we are.
Oh
Ah,
my God! And can you hear me?
yeah, gotcha.
Look at my camera, dude. What's going? It's like a fisheye lens or something.
I don't know what's going on with that. Well, show us around the barn. I mean, fuck it. Why not?
Okay.
We're live.
Yeah.
What you got work? What are you guys
So
working on in there?
we're doing
Oh,
a
cool.
total frame off on a 1967 Buick Wildcat. We're gonna do a LS engine swap with a 6L80 automatic.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
it's a yeah, it's a two door. The dash, look at that dash, man! Everything is
Wow.
perfect. All the doors, everything is perfect on this thing. So we got up. We're gonna do some muding on the floor, but we don't have to replace the flooring. Um, the trunk is in really good shape. We're going to pull this thing in. And what we're trying to do is probably maybe 550, 600 horsepower out of an LS. And,
Wow.
and then so on, yeah, it's going to be nice. And then so on the HD10, the side by side that we have,
Yep.
um, I'm currently running a 100 horse. It's what we're going to do on this one is we're going to do a little bit of engine modification there and see if we can get 150 horse out of this thing because I don't like to go around.
Well,
I
yeah.
like
And
to
like,
run around and be
what?
at speed.
Right? Why not? Right? So, if you can add 15 horsepower by opening up the air intake and modifying the exhaust, there's 15 horsepower right there.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, tons of fun.
This thing um, it is. Let me show you this. This is the 19 engine that we pulled up Wildcat, and it's stuck. It's
Yeah.
actually got, to the sleeves.
We'll see if we can get it back. We got some comms issues for sure. Don't know what's going on. Oh, there he is. You're back. You died for a second there. You're back.
Oh, no, so this is all of our uh, toolboxes and all that kind of stuff. And this is my 720 that I'm going to put a dual Weber on and try to pump that to about
Still comms issues. We're working on it. We'll see if we can get it back. Yeah, you keep popping in
So
and
we're gonna
out. I
bag
don't
it.
know. You keep
I don't
popping
know
in and
what's
out.
going on. Yeah, that's
Right?
weird.
I don't know.
Yep.
It is weird. I don't know what's on. Obviously, we're rumbling. We're live, but yeah, you keep dropping in and out. It's that's weird. I don't know. But dude, cool garage. Man, what a cool barn. What a cool garage. You got all the toys.
We got that. We got all here. We got all kinds of shit in here, bro. You really need to come down and hang out with us. It's a mess right now. We hadn't put anything away. But man, we got tools
Uh huh.
and I got to tell you this, Sean. This is my 232 Blue Flame straight six Chevy that
Oh
I'm
damn.
putting in my yeah, I'm putting in my 67 single cab long bed step side and I'm putting a dual carburetor on it. It's a 4-speed manual and we're going to airbag it and it's a load and I
Dude,
can't wait. It's going to be the best race vehicle in the world.
dude, I can't imagine how much rubber that thing's gonna burn when you get out on the county highway.
Right? Right? Yeah.
You're not even gonna have to do the like the drop it into in first and with the acceleration on. You're just gonna be able to put it in first and just hit the pedal, and it's gonna burn the
And
rubber
just
off
hit
that.
the pedal and go, dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, holy crap! That's
So I
fucking
got to tell
awesome.
you, Sean, this is my this is my long love right here. Is my
Ah, it's
87
beautiful.
F-250 with a 460 big block, Gant cattle and hay, and we
Oh,
rebuilt this thing top to bottom. It is absolutely beautiful. Look at this interior. This is stock
holy
interior.
crap!
Yeah, it is just absolutely flawless. And
Wow,
this is my daily drive. That's my daily driver. That's what I do every day.
that's incredible.
Yeah,
Absolutely incredible.
yeah,
Man, if people only knew, if kids only
right,
knew how incredible vehicles were before
right.
like 2000, because they
Yeah,
were, right?
well,
And then brands like
yeah,
Kia and other like shitty brands that are only meant to last like 5 years came on board. No,
exactly. And
yeah.
that's my EMP truck because it's carbureted. It has no computer. It's my EMP truck. So when shit goes south, that's what we're doing.
Oh, 100%. Right, and like, and again, there isn't a kid today that would even know how to work that thing. But the fact is, it's the actually easiest thing to work. There's no computer in it, right?
It's
At
a
all.
what? Yeah, it's a red wire and a black wire, and that's it.
Hmm. Yeah, it just
Yep,
blows people's minds. There was
yep,
I about 10 years ago. This is funny. About 10 years ago, one of my buddies rented a U-Haul, and I took him over there to get it. And we're just gonna go move him. Take a day. Move him from apartment to house or whatever. So he goes and gets in this U-Haul. He comes back out and says, "Hey, do you know how to drive stick?" I laughed my ass
really.
off. I laughed my ass off, and he goes, "Well, I guess I'm driving the U-Haul, and you can drive my F-150, because my F-150 was automatic." He had no idea. The dude's 10 years younger than me. Like, so that would put him at what, 37, 38?
35. Yeah,
No
37.
idea.
Yeah, okay.
No idea how to drive a stick shift. No
Literally?
idea. Yeah, so I had to drive the U-Haul because it was a manual. It's 5 speed. Easy. Like, easy. Like, just no brains for me. He had no idea. 10 years younger than me. Had no idea. So, like, the whole
Oh,
world
wow,
of
dude.
young people, including him, would just be
Yep.
absolutely lost if they had to deal
Yeah.
with these type of vehicles.
Yep.
It just blew my
You
mind.
know what's so
I
funny, Sean? I got to tell you what's so funny is, we've got a house over in the Balkans, and it's really, really hard to get your driver's license over there. And, uh, you have to do 2 or 3 months of, going through a driving school and all that. And there's not one vehicle over there that has an automatic transmission. I mean, you're 15 years old, and that's it. Your first driving experience is with a 4 speed or a 5 speed. That's just the way it is.
Well, and that's what I guess that's what fascinates me is that like kids that now they don't even know what a key ignition is. It's just push button to them, right? They have a fob,
Oh, oh yeah. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, you're right, dude.
right? It's just
Yeah,
like I hit the start on my iPad,
yeah,
and it goes. Like they have no idea what actually happens to make it start. That there's an electric starter motor that cranks the crankshaft, that fires up the pistons and gets the fire going.
yeah,
Right? They have no clue, and it just it
yeah.
like it's funny to me, but it's
It's
at the same
terrible.
time, holy smokes!
Yeah,
If we get
yeah. It's
EMP'd,
terrible.
they're screwed. They're all screwed. They have no
Yep,
idea.
yep. So I had worked. I had worked. I was in charge of the Africa desk for the State Department for several years, and they were making requirements for semi armored, uh, what they call peacekeeping vehicles, for Chad, Niger, Uganda, Kenya, uh, Sudan, and that kind of thing. And the American uh, contractors that were, bidding on that were bidding, like a not quite a MRAP, but like a up armored Humvee or something like that.
Right.
And those guys, they're just not, you know, nothing. I'm not saying anything bad, but they just aren't equipped to work on that kind of stuff. So uh, the South Africans and Zimbabwe create these, armored personnel carriers that have a 1974 Mercedes Benz diesel engine in them. And it's one red wire and one black wire and, easy to work on and stuff. And those are the ones that we were providing. And what was really weird about and you and I have talked about this before, but that Buy America clause, the
Yep.
uh, Hertford, Hermond, or whatever that clause was. So these guys that are building these rudimentary but very capable vehicles in South Africa would open an office in South Carolina so that they could meet the Buy American clause so that the Sudanese, could operate these vehicles.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's unbelievable, dude. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Well, it that makes me think, whatever happened to AMC Eagle? Because that would have been a red wire, black wire car, right?
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
I, I don't know how they failed. I mean, it might have been the DeLorean, but they failed. They failed epically, and they've been bought by so many companies ever since then, and they just don't produce anything anymore. But you would think
Yep.
of that as a perfect red wire, black wire type of vehicle that you could sell
Right. Right.
uh, in this type of situation, right?
Sure. Yeah. And I got to tell you, um, Vietnam, South Africa, and a couple of other countries produce brand new 1972 Toyota trucks and Nissan Pathfinders that are four-cylinder diesel, one red wire, one black wire, and you could get them now. I mean, brand spanking new. They still produce those because that is absolutely what works in Southeast Asia and in Africa, sub-Saharan Africa, you know, and
Right,
they still sell those. They're like frozen in time, but it's because they're so easy to work on.
right. Like the standard Army Jeep, right? Which was a Eagle AMC Jeep Eagle. That company,
Yep.
which no longer exists, they've been at this point they are part of Stellantis, whoever the hell they are, right? Like Jeep has turned into the most awful American product on the planet when it
It's
used to be
terrible.
the standard
Yeah.
for deployment in any
Yep.
country,
Yep.
and they're just awful now. They're all
Yeah.
absolutely they're awful. They're terrible.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
mean, if you can get 30,000 miles out of a brand new Jeep, you did really great because that's about all they
Yeah.
last.
Yeah. And you get to do that for $65,000. The
Right?
you know you know what I mean? They're ball crawlers now.
Instead of 10 grand, which is what it should cost. It's a freaking Jeep.
Right.
It
Exactly
should,
right. Yep.
it should just have the basics: a chassis, a body, and an engine. That's it. That's
Yep.
all a Jeep's supposed
Uh,
to have.
yep. 100%. And
Like,
they've ruined them like they've ruined everything else.
yeah, sure have. I'll never not be disappointed that the Army Jeep is still not an Army Jeep. And everyone that buys a Jeep product, I just laugh at and go, you're gonna have fun for the first 30,000 miles, and then you're gonna hate your life. You're just gonna hate it.
Or the Yeah, you're just gonna hate it. Yep, absolutely. Yep.
Like,
Yeah, so when I was working in Africa, I had a 1972 Nissan Patrol
mm-hmm,
that was manufactured in 2009, but it was still a 1972 Nissan Patrol. It
sure,
was like a Jeep Grand Wagoneer, you know? And the damn thing was bulletproof. Of course, it rode like a sheet of plywood, but who cares?
right,
The damn thing was bulletproof. And you know, literally a red wire and a black wire, and that was it.
right. All right, listen. These, look, fancy cars are fun. Jeep is not a fancy car. They just want to be one. It's turned itself into an awful product, which is why they've been sold over and over again. And that's disappointing. I just wish they'd go back to the roots, right? Start winning some
Yeah.
government
Yeah.
contracts because the Humvee
Yep.
isn't. It is what it is, but the Jeep was better in the original form than the Humvee.
Yeah. CJ5, CJ7. those were the original. That was the end of the original Jeep.
Hmm. Right, and then they tried to go into some sort of luxury SUV market, and they failed. And how do I know they failed? Because they've been sold 4 times in the last 10 years.
Right? Yeah.
So,
And
whatever.
so, yeah, I'm going to go to the Stellantis, you know, yeah, whatever.
Whoever the fuck they are.
Oh, but I think Jeep is owned by Fiat or something now, right? Or or is that
I
all Stellantis?
No, I think it's Stellantis. Yeah,
Is it?
like
Okay.
yeah, yeah. No, I think it's Stellantis. I think Fiat caved and Stellantis bought the. So you only have really in American car building, you still have Ford, you have Tesla, and then GMC's basically dead. They're Stellantis now. So there's only really two American car manufacturers left. Stellantis being a global car manufacturer, which is Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge. Dodge is a dead name. I mean, the only thing they have
It's
left is
dead.
a pickup
Yeah,
truck.
they just do a Ram pickup.
Yep,
It's not even called a Dodge Ram anymore. It's just called Ram.
yep. And so, yeah, all of those brands, and I believe Mitsubishi, Volvo. No, no, Volvo's German. Kia's South Korean. Other than that, there's like all I can think of is there's two American brands left, which is Tesla and Ford, which is
Yeah.
sad.
Yep. Yeah. And people don't realize uh the number one selling car in Germany is the Ford Focus. It's not a Audi or a Beamer or a Mercedes. It's the Ford Focus. And it
Right.
comes in, you know, four or five different iterations that are actually really cool.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Last sales numbers I looked at, the number one selling vehicle in America is still the Ford F-150. More
Oh
people
yeah.
buy those than any other vehicle in the United States.
Yep. Ever. Yep. And though it's funny because today's F-150 is not the F-150 from your and my generation, you know.
Correct. All right. Oh man. You get in there and there's a back massager. There's they can heat your butt.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
it's a luxury vehicle now, not a pickup truck.
Right.
It'll still
Yeah.
do pickup truck
And it's
stuff.
got a 4-foot bed. It's
Oh God,
not even a
dude,
pickup. It's got
that
a 4-foot
frustrates me,
bed.
dude. That's ridiculous. When I got
Yeah.
mine, what was it? It was in '08, and like when I went to the dealership, I was like, I need a king cab because I got 3 kids, and I need seats. I need seats for butts. And they're like,
Yeah.
okay.
Right.
And they're like, yeah, well, we got the four
And a
foot,
long bed.
we got the 4 foot bed outside right now. You can take it home. I was like, no, find me one with a 6 foot bed. I'll come back and talk to you. Here's my phone number. I'll come back and talk to you when I got a standard bed. Not even the 8 foot. I wanted a 6 foot.
Yeah. Six and a half. Yeah.
Yeah, 6.5 foot. Right? And I was like, I'm not driving off this lot. I'm not taking a 4 foot bed. No, it's not a truck. It's like I'm not. No,
Yeah.
call
It's
me,
a
and I did, and
SUV
they
with the
did,
back cut off of it. Yeah.
and they did. Eventually, they called me a couple days later, and they're like, "I think we got what you want," and I went and I bought it. Great truck. I mean, I think I got 10 years out of that thing before I sold it off. Great truck. Great truck for the kids too. They loved it. I did all kind like we did all the fun stuff. Like I threw a tarp in the back and turned it into a pool, and the kids swam in it. I mean, all the fun stuff, right?
Yeah, right.
But it had the suspension, the half ton suspension to be able to handle all of that weight. I towed all kinds of things with it. I God, I just go and say I want mulch for my. I'm gonna mulch on my landscaping. Go over and I want a yard, and they just come over with a dump truck and pour it because the bed was big enough. Like this 4 foot bed. This
Right.
is what the hell is that? What are you gonna do? Put a gallon of milk in it?
Yeah, it's just weird. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And and you know, the elites are who ruined that for us that are real truck buyers.
Because they didn't want to use them as trucks. So it's a status symbol,
Right.
right?
That's why I really love my 87.
Oh,
I'll never, ever, ever
gorgeous.
get rid of that damn thing. Yeah. Extended cab, 8-foot bed, 460 big block. I got pockets full of go fuck yourself.
Right? All right. All right, I mean. All right, so let me close this thing out, see how the test went. You're comfortable with this for Monday?
Yeah. As
All
a
right.
matter of fact, I'm doing a page right now, 6 participants.
All right. You're roboting on me. Right? No, yeah, you absolutely roboted on me. I didn't catch that last part.